So hello and welcome to Airfield Mixologist. On this episode I'm back onto my Lister D unit, and what I need to do is I need to, as you can see, the top cover has got two covers at the top, and one of them, two of the bolts have completely sheared off, here and here. So what I need to do, what I'm going to do is I need to drill them out. Now one thing that is quite important with this job is I'm going to try and make this as generic as I possibly can so that it applies to pretty much any job, because you can find stuck bolts pretty much everywhere anyway. So let me show you. So there are some things that I need to, there is a process that I generally follow, and it tends to work. So let me show you, let me tell you what the process is, and then I'll film the process as I go along. So the first thing that you need to do, you probably don't notice there, but this, what I need to do is I need to grind this flush and clean this area. I don't want it to take any material, I just want to grind this flush. Why? Because the next step in the process is I need to make an indentation in the center of the bolt, and this is very important because when I start drilling out, I need something for the drill to guide the drill bit. And also one thing I do is, obviously luckily here I have got kind of another hole, so I generally look for a drill bit that there is some wobble in here. Why? Because I don't want a drill bit that is going to take out the thread. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drill this out, saving the thread. I do have a tab for it as well, but if I can try to save on the thread, it's better. And one way that you can stop damaging the thread is by using an undersized drill to start with. Also, this happens to be a 5.5, but I'm not gonna start with a 5.5. I'm gonna start maybe with a 3 or even smaller, maybe a 2 for a pilot hole, and then work in increments, because I need to be sure that I am drilling this true. So that's that, and once you extract enough of the bolt, then you can either recreate the thread, or just take the bolt out. Sometimes the bolt just comes out as you are drilling. And I'm going to be using the pillar drill today because yeah, it's the right tool for the job. You just need something that is gonna drill straight. So the first step in the process, I'm gonna get the wheel of death, the angle grinder, and I'm gonna start grinding this flush so I can detect where the bolt is, and I can start trying to locate the center of the bolt. There you go. So apologies for this. This is going to be a bit noisy, because this is noisy, but you're going to get the idea from the video. Okay, so sorry about the noise, but what I wanted to show you is what I've done, because now, as you can see here, I can see the whole circumference of the bolt, and this is really important because this is going to allow me to center the drill by making an indentation here, and therefore once I can center the drill, then I can drill this properly in increments. So I'll show you a good tip to find the center. So what I've done here is I put the hopper on top and secured it with the other bolts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, the point of this, as a way to leave a mark there, and I'm using this as a guide so that I'm striking the center, and in here try to get it right in the center. Okay, so now if I take it out, hopefully I'll have a mark in the center and I can move on to the next. So the next bit of the process. Okay, let's have a look. This is disgusting. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm ready to start the first pilot hole here, and obviously I've got this indentation here. Hopefully you can see it there. So I've got the obviously the chuck centered, and it's very important for this process. I have, as you can see here, a lot of lights on, and that's the way to do it. You need to have, you know, double the amount of lights you think you need. So now let's start. Well, you need to also try and go very slowly. And it's very important that you keep checking that you're making a hole centered, which in this case we are. So let's carry on. So here's where we got to with the first one, and here is hopefully I can show you there. So I went through about 4 different sizes to get to this size. And now what I'm going to do with a chisel is I'm going to try and remove what's left of this bolt and trying to preserve the thread. So what's happening at the moment is that I'm going through with the tap, and I'm basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to recreate the thread. Now the problem with this is that you need to be very gentle with the tap, because there is a possibility that the tap might break when the hole is not big enough. So what you do is you have to go in and out and clean the tap out so that it cuts, and it cuts the hole there. And it is a bit of a laborious process, but it is the process that you need to do if you want to save on the thread. So basically you can cut about a quarter of the thread, but it looks like I'm punching through now. So let's have a look. Yes, I am. So now I've gone through. Let me just take it off. Take it off once, clean it, because this is important. Clean it with a bit of compressed air. There we go. And one more time, just to make sure I am through cleanly. On the bottom here, there we go. I'm clean through. That's it. So this is a thread that has been repaired. I'll show you now in a minute. Let me take the top out, but okay, so here we go. Let me show you here. You can see here, this is it's the thread. Obviously the top bit it's a bit conical, but it's fine, and the thread is nice and what we can do is check it with one of the bolts. This isn't great because it's so rusty, but yep, there we go. Good enough. Excellent. So I'm doing the next bolt now. And what I'm doing is using the same technique as I was before. I'm doing about maybe a quarter of a turn, or maybe a bit less. Taking the tap out very carefully, cleaning this, blowing this ever so slightly. Don't need to do it with an airline necessarily, but the key is to do this, have the patience to do it, to not rush, because this is where mistakes are made. If you try to force the tap too much, then that's, so basically put it down until the tap bites, and it helps if you go like one of these pipe cleaners like this. You can do that. But with every, so I'm doing about half a turn now instead of a quarter of a turn. And I don't know if you can feel it, but basically once you feel that I'm very close now, should be very close now. sometimes it helps if you look in and if you see some debris to just take it out. So I'll show you now if I can, if you can see it there. There is like a little bit of swarf material in there, so I'm gonna have to take it out so that I can keep progressing with the tab. So just this, I'm gonna just punch it out. There we go. And now let's carry on with the tab. Hopefully this is more or less in line. There we go. So let's carry on. I shouldn't be too far away. About half a turn. Not long to go. So remember, about half a turn, quarter of a turn, not more than that. There was nearly a half turn. You just have to feel how's it going, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to force the piece too much, and then you end up having to take out a broken tap from the hole, and trust me, that's not a pleasant operation. And for those of you who have had to do that, you can bear witness. See, I'm nearly through, so I'm going to clean this one more time. I think so I look, yeah, I'm through now. Okay, so that's it, done. That's it. So now I've got the 2 bolts fixed. Brilliant, look. So now both of them are done, and same with those. So I'm going to run the tap on all of them just to clean them up. But so this is ready to go basically, and now we're going to carry on. I'm going to carry on by just cleaning the head properly and trying to examine the valves and everything, but that will be the subject of another video. So I'll see you on the next episode.